Okay, fourth grade, we are skipping lesson 1.2 in your book and going to 1.3, compare and order numbers. That starts on page 17 in your book. Please make sure you are following along. So we are comparing and ordering numbers, starting with unlock the problem. Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona had 651,028 visitors. I like to underline my numbers as I go along. In July 2008, I'm not going to underline that because that is a year. And 665,188 visitors in July 2009. In which year did the park have more visitors during the month of July? Okay, so as I'm reading this problem, I like to pick out keywords. They want to know in which year did the park have more visitors. So I'm going to circle that word because that's very important. So when you have more of something, that means we have, well, something larger than something else. So in example 1, we're going to use a place value chart. Gonna erase that. All right, we're going to use this to line up the digits by place value. So you have to make sure you're lining up the ones with the ones. Okay, so don't get your digits out of order. The tens with the tens, and so on. So I'm going to start with 651,028. So remember what I said yesterday. The ones place starts on the right. So I'm starting with 8. I'm going to put my 8. Okay, then my 2 is in the tens place. 0 is in the hundreds place. 1 is in the 1,000s place. 5 in the 10,000s place. And 6 in the 100,000s place. I'll put my comma here. Okay, now I'm going to line up my second number, 665,188. Okay, so once again, I'm going to start with the ones place, which is this 8 on the very right. Okay, I'm doing a different color so that way we can see it. Okay, and then we have the next 8. It's in the tens place. Then 1 in the hundreds place. 5 in the thousands place. Then 6 in the 10,000s place. Then the other 6 in the 100,000s place. All right, so now that, almost forgot. Now that I know where all my digits are, we're going to see which one is larger. We're going to start at the left, okay? Which is right here. We're starting in the 100,000s place. We're going to compare the 100,000s. Well, we have a 6 and a 6, so that's the same. Okay, and then we're going to go to the tens place, the 10,000s place, sorry. We have a 5 and a 6. Okay, so my bottom number is bigger in that area. Okay, now I'm going to go to the 1,000th place, right? So I've got a 1 on the top one and then a 5. Okay, I'm actually going to start starring the larger numbers to help us keep track. Okay, now I'm going to be in the hundreds place. So between these two, this one's bigger. Okay, now back to tens. This one's bigger. And then this, the ones, these are the same. Okay, so now that we've done that, which number do you think is larger? My vote is definitely going to be for our bottom number, 665,188. Okay, scrolling down. And I think the book came up with the same. Yep, that one's bigger. All right, now we're gonna go to the next page. We're gonna be on 18. Okay, you can also use a number line to help you compare numbers. So that's what we're gonna practice doing. We're gonna use a number line to order 10,408. Underline your numbers. 10,433 and 10,416 from least. Circle your keywords to greatest. Okay, I'm going to say that again because that never fails. A lot of students like to mix these up. So least to greatest, not greatest to least. Least means smaller. Okay, I'm going to actually write that right over here, and I would encourage you to do the same. Least, smallest, okay? And greatest is largest, okay? So smallest to largest. We're going to locate and label each point on the number line. The first one is done for you. How nice of them. 10,408. I'm actually going to put a little check mark above that number to tell me that I already did it. Okay, then I have to figure out between 10,433 and 10,416 which one would go next. So again, you can use a number like a place value chart to do that, or you could also just look at the number. So you have to think numbers to the left are closer to 0. All right, so between these two numbers, I think I can determine that 10,416 goes next. And the reason I figured that out was because in the tens place, the 1 is smaller than the 3, okay? So, and we're going from least to greatest, so that's the next smallest number. So 10,416, so on my number line, I'm going to start here, 10,410, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to go right here. 10,416. Okay, and then that means I just have 10,433 left. Oh, well, here's 10,430 right here. So I just need to go 3 more. 10,431. 10,432, 10,433. Here we go. 10,433. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can order the numbers from least to greatest as 10,408, 10,416, then 10,433. Then I erase all this, and I'm going to scroll down. We're still on the same page, which is 18. Okay. So we're going to now compare 15,327. We're on share and show number 1, and 15,341. Okay. So remember what these signs are? This is a less than sign. This is greater than, or equal. You should know that one. So think of these guys as like an alligator mouth. They always point, they always open to the biggest number. This little trick to remember. Think of these guys as alligators. They're going to open to the bigger number. Okay, so we have on our number line, on the very left, 15,300. Going to the right, we get bigger. So I'm going to start with 15,327. And I'm going to look on my number line here. Okay, 15,300. I know it's going to be bigger than that. 15,310. Probably going to be bigger than that. 15,320. It sounds right. Okay, now we're going to count our little tick marks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see this? This is like a halfway point. That's always going to be a 5 or a 0. 6, 7. Here we go. That will be 15,327. Now I need to put 15,341 on the number line. Okay, 15,330. I know it's bigger than that. 15,340. Ah. And then I'm going to count 1 here. Okay, it's going to go here. 15,341. Okay, so over here we have least, and then this is the bigger number, so this is greatest. So that means, well, let's see, on our number line, 15,341 here is closer to greatest. So that means our greater than sign is going to open to 15,341. Okay. Erase all that. So on compare and write, I'm just going to probably do one more of these, and I can show you how to do this without a number line. So mainly what you want to look at is look at the place values and see which one is bigger. So looking at 631,328 versus 640,009. So I'm going to start on the left. So 6 and 6. Those are the same. Now going to my 10,000s place. I'm going to do a different color to help you see it better. I have a 3 and a 4. So already I'm seeing that this one has the bigger number in the 10,000s place. So that's already telling me that $640,009 is bigger. So obviously you want to pick the largest amount. At least when it comes to money, you want to pick the bigger amount. Always go for more money. Okay. Now, some of your problems that you're going to get on your independent work is going to look like this. They're going to want you to order from greatest to least. So we're going to do this one together just as an example. And most of the time you will get at least 3 digits to order. So just looking at this right away, I have 20,650 and 21,150 and 20,890. All right, so I can already see I have a 20 and a 20 and then a 21. So I know this one will probably be the biggest, 21,150. So I'm going to put a little check mark above it to say that we're done with it. Okay, now we need to look at 20,650 versus 20,890. All right, so I looked at the 10,000s and thousands place. So now I'm going to look at the hundreds place. We have a 6 versus an 8. Between 6 and 8, 8's bigger. So that means I'm going to have 20,890 890 next. Check. Then that just leaves us with 20,650. Okay. Going to our next page. So a lot of homework problems you're going to be comparing two numbers sometimes like this. That means you need to use a greater than, less than, or equal sign. And then sometimes you may have a problem like this, where they want you to order from least to greatest. Just make sure you're paying attention to your words, what you're starting with. Okay? And this is all about just comparing what digit you have in certain places. So, for instance, here you already have a 4 in all three of these numbers in the 10,000s place. So just remember, if you don't want to use a number line or even a place value chart, sometimes I like to stack them like this on top of each other. So that might be something you want to do. Just for me, I like to go the quickest way. So if you want to stack them like this, sometimes it helps you to compare better. So I strongly recommend doing that on your homework. Okay, and that is all I have for you today, 4th grade. So make sure you check your It's Learning folder for Wednesday to see what math homework you have.